an artist that, man, we've been waiting for, I think, this drop since 2019's Diaspora. That's GoldLink with Haram! Exclamation
Exclamation
point.
point.
Yeah. Woo! Um, and yeah, Diaspora was one of our favorite records of 2019. I think
Definitely.
when I've gone back to it, I've always been impressed just with how how it blends a bunch of different genres together, how it flows so succinctly, and it feels just like a groovy kind of dance party listening back to it. At least that's how I experienced it. Just to kind of set the stage, Diaspora for you when you think about it, like what stands out?
Yeah, it's definitely the molding of sounds, right? GoldLink stands out for like that traditional DMV rap flow, but he on Diaspora, which was his debut album per like label definitions, but he had a bunch of mixtapes out before that. He managed to bring in all those other sounds, notably Afrobeat, dancehall,
Yeah.
and make something really cool. There's a lot of really memorable songs in Diaspora, like "You Say" with Tyler and "Joke Ting," and
Mhm.
a lot of Zulu screams. Was it?
Mm.
There's a lot of memorable stuff there, memorable moments there. And it's funny because thinking about GoldLink as an artist, and then juxtaposing it with GoldLink as like a member of the rap world, where he's quite messy and not the most popular. Like he has some enemies because of things he said. GoldLink, like he openly is beefing with Sheck West. That comes up on Haram. He said some things about, I believe, Mac Miller in the past. Like so some people don't like GoldLink, but it's kind of unfortunate that that's the way he's perceived by many, because I think he's making a lot of interesting music, and I did not see a lot of press for Haram, which I find very disappointing.
Yeah, this snuck up on me a bit as well, and I think just to kind of switch gears when, or I guess move into this album, I was very much looking forward to this, and I felt like there were moments on this that caught some of that high of Diaspora, but Ram falls short for me, and I think it's almost a bit due to the sequencing of the album. Because for me, listening to this, the first like 5 or 6 tracks kind of have that same feel of Diaspora. The songs all flow together; they transition really well. It's bringing in different sounds, different vibes, but blending it really well. And then I think it's when you get to Twin, yeah, Twin and Girl Pacino for me, the
Hmm.
album just seems to lose a lot of momentum, at least upon my the one listen I was able to get through for it. And then I felt like it didn't never picked it back up completely. And there are some other moments after that that really stood out, but those two just have like a lighter sound to me, maybe slowed down a little bit, and I just wasn't able to get back into it as much. What was your experience with Rob?
Yeah, it's definitely all over the place, right? Um, and that kind of struck me early on. He's like his vocals, Golding's vocals are really distorted. I was
Mhm.
like, huh, that's not usually something I expect from you. Like if this was a ski mask song, it would make more sense to me. And I didn't think it was working all that much on like extra clip where like you told me Emily Chapa was featured, but I didn't notice to put it bluntly. But then it starts to, I think it starts to change. I think I run Terradome for me, and you get on was it the next song Evian. You
Yep.
have like more of a deep house beat, and he's done a lot of that kind of stuff before. Remember, he was featured on K Tronada's last album, Bubba, for
Yeah.
example. He's used electronic production before. I think he really rides it well. I like that song. But then at that moment as well, thinking about Diaspora, the Afrobeat, the dance hall melding was really, I think, present and like focused throughout the album. That's why the album was so good. On Haram, he does start to bring in some other stuff, but it's not nearly as focused or consistent. I think this time it just happens to be that he brings a lot of English rappers on here,
Mhm.
and we get some like UK drillers and stuff. And it's like, and I'm not even the most famous kind either, which I think is really admirable. And I'm like, huh, I actually really like this. Like Gold Link once again playing nice with others and kind of meeting them on their turf. And later on, I think is where you really get the best example of that would be Wayne Perry, where Lukey World, someone I was not familiar with, absolutely burns the fucking place down. Like I
Yeah.
think that song is a goddamn banger.
Yeah. I agree. I think those rappers really bring such a distinct sound that I was not expecting to hear, but the second half when it does pick back up, it's usually when they're coming on and just
Yeah.
totally killing it. Yeah, Wayne Perry is probably the highlight to me of that, and I really liked Evian, which I think you
Mhm.
chatted out. I thought that was good. Also, Flo Million, him trading verses on Raindrops stood out to me a lot,
Yeah.
just for the way that they interplayed together. Um, but yeah, I think like I just left this being like anything GoldLink seems to be trying. Even the first couple of songs you mentioned, Extra Clip and 202, like the distortion actually worked for me just because it totally caught me off guard and was like, oh, I was not expecting him to go in this direction, and it kind of gives this like I don't know, like I'm trying to think of like the best way to describe it, like this new age drill type vibe almost to it a little bit. It's
Hmm.
like the beat is kind of like you're just riding it, and it's very much like I don't know. It just felt like nothing I had really heard much recently, so it stood out to me. But any other tracks or moments on the album that you liked?
Yeah, I mean, I thought some other songs were okay. Don't Cry Over Spilled Milk, uh, Thump Chronicles, which again, more UK on that one. But
Mm,
yeah, and I like the Flo Milli feature, as you mentioned. Um, on the other hand, though, like on Twin, you have Rich. Like, why do you have Rich the Kid on this? It didn't make any sense to me. Like, he's not bringing anything to the table. You think
yeah,
RCA could have gave you a little more money to about get someone else? Like, I don't know. That was like of all the ambition you had on Diaspora, and even on this, where like Haram clearly not as strong as Diaspora, but there's still some things tried, some new ideas, which
yeah,
is all we can ask for.
for
But
sure.
why are you wasting a song with Rich the Kid? Like, again, one of the most generic of Atlanta trap rappers there are. Like,
Yeah,
just like there's things you like, and there's things that kind of scratch your head on Haram. But hey, I just wish more people were listening to it. It doesn't feel like this is on the radar at all.
no, no, it doesn't. I wanted to just talk about Wild and Lethal Trash real quick, mostly just because I love hearing Santa Gold, but is there ever a track she's on that doesn't just become a Santa Gold track?
That's
Like
a good
I
point.
feel like she just is such a force and such a unique artist that anytime I hear her, I'm just like, oh, this is now a Santa Gold song. And
Right.
even the production on that is just like it's glimmery, it's glitzy, it reminds me of something that would have been off her earlier album. So
Then again, there's not a lot of Santa Gold features, so you got to
there's
give him
not.
credit.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I give him credit for trying.